So here's a real quick video comparing the Brookstone Nap Blanket to the Luxome blanket. We get a lot of people saying that they see blankets at Target or Walmart. So I just want to show you, like, this is what you get. You get the Brookstone, one of the options in a lot of the mass retailers. They have a coral fleece cover, which actually feels very soft. I'll give them props. We looked at coral fleece as an option for us. The issue was it was way too warm. And everyone we had test it, they said I would not want to sleep with that for the whole night. We use a Minky. This is Minky Bamboo, but our comparable blanket's a Minky. 54 by 72, 54 by 72. This retails for $129.99. Our comparable blanket is $131.99, so $2 more. So essentially the same price. But here is really where the rubber meets the road, is that this is the inside of the Brookstone blanket. These are giant poly pellets. They almost feel like BBs. They're huge, and they just move around. So you pick it up, they go all the way to the bottom. Huge chunks. And then pick it up again, they go all the way to the bottom. They move around like crazy, and they're huge. They feel like BBs. I mean, this material is very cheap, you can tell. It's almost like homemade. If you look at the people on YouTube that do homemade blankets, they basically just take a sheet, sew some pockets, and throw some of these large poly pellets in. So really the guts of this blanket are pretty cheap and really not great to sleep with. Compare it with ours. Here you can still feel beads up here, very small. They're more like sand than giant beads. You can see I'm pulling it as close as possible. You can't really even feel anything. Huge difference in the feel. And when you pick it up, you could hear all the beads, and you could feel these big chunks. They're almost like balls. It's almost like golf balls. So when you pick it up, you just feel a bunch of golf balls where the beads meet the pockets. Like there's a lump here, there's a lump here, there's a lump here. It's very lumpy. With ours, it's completely uniform. If you move it around, you don't get lumps because, as I showed you, this does not create lumps within the blanket. There's still beads up here even though it's vertical. And again, with theirs, they just move around at will, huge clumps, golf balls. So you're sleeping with a bed of golf balls. The other thing is weight bunching from the end. So I'm picking it up here vertically, and the blanket is really all the way down towards the center of the blanket. Like the blanket you don't really get until here. So really from all the way up here, the blanket's probably it's probably all the way in the middle now. You pick ours up from the very corner, and you feel the blanket right there. You feel the weight. I can feel the weight at the very corner. There's a big difference in quality. Why, people ask? Well, it's really because this is made to go through several distribution channels. So everyone marks it up around 50%. So the distributor needs 50%, the retailer needs 50%. Well, the distributor mainly 20 or 30%, retailer 50%. So really, if they sold this direct, you know, it's pretty cheap, maybe 60 bucks or something. But because they're going through so many channels, you're buying it for 130. So you're buying a pretty cheap blanket. You know, the cover feels cozy. That's about all they have going for them. But, you know, based on our testing, way too warm. Whereas with this, we're selling direct, way higher quality, same kind of quality fabrics on the outside. This is essentially the same cost as coral fleece, just not nearly as warm because most of our users use them to sleep. And then the quality on the inner with 233 thread count cotton, 1 millimeter glass beads, completely uniform weight and no weight bunching. That's essentially what you get for the same price as if you were to buy a weighted blanket from a Target or a Walmart like the Brookstone. So that's a quick side-by-side of a Luxome quality weighted blanket sold direct to consumer versus a weighted blanket that you buy in the store for a similar price. That's our comparison, Brookstone versus Luxome. Thanks for watching.